Okay, normally when you upload your image to Vistaprint, it'll go ahead and put it into this window that you see here. Um, but because I've been playing with it for a little while, it didn't do that. But you'll see my images over here on the left hand side. So you'll just take that, hold your mouse down, and drag it over to the window. And it just places it in there. Um, I don't know how they use, you know, what method they use to determine what size to place it in there, but it's normally not the size that you need it to be. So as you can see, I already clicked on it. I held the mouse button down and it allowed me to move it. I usually move it in some direction to where I can get to a corner, whether it be, you know, one of the bottom corners here, or, you know, one of the top corners, but you need to just get to one of these corners so you can make the image either larger or smaller to fit this space properly. So, and as you can see here, this image, I provided the crop marks on it, and the bleed, it's going to be a little bit hard to tell on this image, but right here where the crop mark is, that is the edge of this banner. This red line that you see here and the extension of this photo is part of the bleed. The same applies here. This crop mark is showing where the bottom edge of the banner would be. So we're going to move that into our location here. And Vistaprint is pretty good with giving you some guidelines as well. As you see up here, they've got a safety line, because sometimes I know we went over that when they cut your project they can be off, but also when they print your project they can be off as well. So they also give you this safety line that you see here, and that is a guide to let you know that all of your really important stuff you want to keep within that line. So for example, your logo, your text, any important information, you need to keep it within this safety line. So I'm just going to grab a corner and enlarge it a little bit more. That looks pretty good. Because I'm a perfectionist, I like to play with it just a little bit more and see if maybe there's a better option. And I'm liking this one right here. We've got this text information within the safety line, so we're good. But again, because I'm a perfectionist, all this space in relation to this space is kind of bothering me. So if you want to move it just a little bit, you don't have to click on it with the mouse, hold the mouse button down and move it. What you can do is just click on it once, and with your arrow keys on your keyboard, just tap in the direction that you want to go, you know, to the side, up, down, and that's looking a lot better for me. I like the amount of space at the top and the amount of space at the bottom. You know, you do want all your important information within the safety line, but down here at the bottom it was still a little bit too close for me. So I feel like we've got adequate breathing room all the way around this banner, and that is how it's supposed to look. So we're going to click preview, and I really like this little preview that they give you, you know, with like someone holding it. It kind of gives you a better visual as to like what size it's going to be. But anyway, here is where you look at it. It looks good. All the edges look good, and so from there you just go review and purchase. But I'm just going to go back real quick just to kind go over it with you one more time. I'm just going to move it so you can see what we started with here, the crop marks. Those are my guidelines to help you. And so none of this right here should show when you print. So if you've got it like this, you go to preview and you see this, that is definitely what you don't want. So that's about it for this tutorial. I really hope that this helped you guys, understand the process, understand, what a bleed is, why it's important, and how to get in here and kind of manipulate this this system so you can get your project to print out beautifully. Thanks, guys.